So this is probably one of the best pickups from eBay from this season. And this is actually a cascade fork, a dual one. So it means that it can extend quite a lot. And it allows us to load and unload trailers with double the capacity. As we can pick up 2 stacks at once with this one. We could already do that with the long forks, but long forks are pretty awkward. This thing folds in just like normal size forklift. As you can see, we are barely wider than the forklift itself. And since this forklift is driving most of the year on duals, it makes sense to have it on this forklift. I mean, with the duals on, it's just solid as a rock. So it's a perfect combination. And also the weight of this forklift is just enough to have 2 stacks of apples on the front, and it still drives safely, so that's just perfect. Let's see how the thing works. So one of the cool things is this forklift always had a 4th valve, so we can operate the 4th valve of this, and if we operate it, it will extend. So if we would hit the throttle, it would go a lot faster. And if we fully extend this thing, then we all of a sudden have a forklift which can handle 2 stacks, and that's just awesome. And I already tried it out, it works like a charm, so it's definitely the best buy for the season 2025, and it was really a steal on eBay, at least I think so. I know these things cost a fortune if they are new. And this one is actually old, but I really love the idea of working with this, as we can load and unload trailers a lot faster and then use the other forklift to drive everything inside the cool houses inside, but it makes the operation a whole lot smoother. It also has an extra side shift, so we now have a dual side shift on this forklift. I do need to take a look on that if we are going to take one off or not, because every side shift is going to add a bit of distance. So we should be able to take one off to save another 5 centimeters, but we're gonna take a look at that after the season, because it should be straightforward to take one of them off. At least I'm very happy with this thing. It's making a lot of sense for a farm to have. Well, in the end, this is the result of a cold store, which we completely coated. I put some nice lines in the middle so that we can finally see where we have to put the bins if we want to make a middle lane only, because we want to keep varieties and fields separated. It makes sense to put lines in, so we can put a middle line and we can still fit perfectly fine besides it with the forklift. For lines, we needed this nice coating, because this makes it stand out and also seals it from any air leaks for the upcoming 30 years. So this is our antique gray fab bin tipper, and we got that machine since I think 15 or 20 years. Before that time we had a really decent perfect bin tipper, but we had an old sorting line back then which we sold, and the perfect bin tipper got away with that as well. Now the issue that we have is that piers don't float. So with our current sorting line we are not able to do pairs, because the pairs just don't float up. We can make a lot of adjustments to get that to work, and they are really expensive because we need some other machines in front of the sorting line to do pairs. Well, we only have 1.5 hectare of pairs, so it's not interesting for us to do that. We use the bin tipper to tip pairs into the sorting line, so that's working like it should be. It's not the fastest machine, but it gets the job done, and it basically cost us nothing, because we got this machine 20 years ago with taking over another company which had this bin tipper in the farm. So we still got this one today. The rest of the grave sorting line got all rid of back then because that was all old. But this thing still does exactly what it should do, and it still does that today. Now we do have one challenge, and that is that we have to adjust the height of this one for every kind of bin that we have. Since we don't have a lot of pairs, but we do like to trade a lot of pairs during the year, we do get some different varieties of bins in the machine. And that had an accident a few weeks ago with this machine where he didn't adjust it properly because that's going too hard according to him, because you have to lift that thing up and then put the bolts in another hole. It's quite complex for what it is, and therefore he tipped it over, not adjusted. So when it was up, the bin actually came forward and it broke off some iron. So we don't want that to happen anymore, so we're gonna make that easier. So these adjustments here, we're gonna adjust these by putting 4 of these on there, so you can adjust it really easy without the requirement of a forklift and all that kind of stuff. So let's get started. I already figured out that I can just put these sides here, and then it's gonna work like I want. So we're gonna weld these and connect the bottom and the top. I do have to cut off the feet of these support feet, and then they work exactly like we want, because it's a nice spindle, it runs nice, it has bearings, it has all the features that we need, and yeah, so it does what we want. So let's get that done. Now the first challenge is I need to keep this up, and it's quite heavy, but I need to keep it up for the bolts. That's also the reason why we're gonna modify it, because that thing is heavy. Since we need all the other forklifts at this moment to run around with bins, we're gonna use the old forklift in the workshop today, so we can run that straight away on the 380 volts. And we got that thing since the 1960s, and it still runs today, so we're gonna use it again. Alright, now let's test out how it works. Now we got all that in. So this is what it's about. We need this space to be tight, so no fruit can ever get squashed in here. But at the same time, we need this space to be zero, so the box is clamped in. That way the box is not going to shift in any direction if we tilt it up, because now the box is going to come up, and that way we can empty it out. So this is how the fruit will come out eventually if we use the machine. And you can see how it nicely empties the bin. Now there's one more thing we need to take in account, and that's the fact that this bin can tip to us if it goes too high. We don't want to have that kind of things to happen, so we're also gonna have to set up this end switch again to make sure it will never go too high. So as we can see now, this is how the bin slowly comes up and goes down. So that allows us to empty out a bin of pears. It's a really old machine, but this is exactly what we want with pears. Of course, if they come rolling out, it's not that good for the fruit, but with pears we just don't have the capacity to invest in anything bigger, but this works. So for apples we don't use this machine. For apples we have an underwater release system, but for pears this is perfect. I mean, we can move the machine up slowly. We also have a foot pedal with it, so we can let the pears come out slowly. It just does what it should do. So this whole mechanism here is made so this is gonna hook here. That way the box is staying tightly clamped and it can never escape out of its cage, because we don't want the box to be free in its place. Then we get a big mess and a lot of damaged pears, and probably even somebody could get hurt. So it's important that this system works, and it has to be adjustable for that. So it was adjustable, just not easy. Now it's easy, as we can just rotate the levers and that's gonna change the position, and we can do any bin with this machine now. Simple adjustment, but it works. Alright, so we got the tipper back into place. So we're now able to sort pears again, and it should be a lot safer now because we can adjust it to every type of bin that we get. So we also have a foot pedal here, and this foot pedal actually makes the tipper come up, which works really nice because it just drops pears slowly out here, and then you can put them in small crates and you sort them out. It's not a big process, it's a very small process, but we need this for our fruit vending machines and our local shop. So we do need to sort pears, and this is the way how we get them out of the bin without having to bend over in each bin to grab the pears out. So this is how it works in a nice way. We're just unable to see what I did because we painted it nice again, and yeah, it looks really neat. So I'm really happy how that turned out. It's just good to see that machines get better and better over time, and just keep them maintained keeps us all happy.